I could have looked to set up Trick Room this turn, but they could probably imprison it. No, they shouldn't go follow me. Okay, so I could have imprisoned. I could have gone for that Trick Room. Give myself some speed advantage here. Pollen Puff is flying into the T-Tar. We're soaking that with the Assault Vest and the Special Defense boost. And Meteor Beam is launching. Meteor Beam is launching to the DD. +1 is special attack. Rock Terror boosted. Should do some damage into Ndidi here. What's going on, guys? Cisco here, back with some more VGC dub battles, and today we've got a one that has seen no type of play in Regulation I. We've got a Sand team here featuring Sand Veil Garchomp alongside Meteor Beam Lunala with the Rock Terra. A huge shout out to Dr. Banana Man for creating the team and putting it out as a rent code. I really appreciate it. This is really unique. It's pretty fun. I love it. Now, Sand has just not been used whatsoever throughout all of Regulation I, and that's mainly due to the fact that there really aren't any restricted mons that really benefit from the Sand being set up. And you know, being out and about, but we're gonna make that work today, and we're gonna make the Sand a dominant weather in Regulation I. So we've got the boy T-Tar here to set up the Sand, rocking the Assault Vest alongside Rock Slide, Crunch, Flying Terra, Terra Blast, and Low Kick. Just set up the Sand with Sandstream, be extremely bulky with the Assault Vest and the special defensive boost, the 30% special defense boost it gets under the Sandstorm being a rock type. And yeah, just rock out here, do a bunch of damage with Rock Slide and Crunch. Crunch is a really good move for those Shadow Riders and those Ice Riders. Rock Slide a really good stab move on Terra, that is a spread move. And then Flying Terra, Terra Blast will allow it to be next to Garchomp, who's going to want to be going for those EQs, but we'll get to Garchomp in a bit. But yeah, from this we have the Garchomp here with Sand Veil and the Bright Powder, giving Garchomp a 30% chance of dodging move, as Sand Veil grants 20% evasion under the Sand, and Bright Powder adds another additional 10%. Now, I don't think they additionally add to become 30%, but it's around that range. We're gonna call it around 30% chance of dodging moves with Sand Veil and that Bright Powder in the Sandstorm. So Garchomp should be dodging and weaving here and be able to retaliate with some Dragon Claws, EQs, Swords Dance, and Protect. So this whole Sand Veil and Bright Powder combination will allow Garchomp to hopefully go for Swords Dance and hopefully evade all the moves coming at it, and then from there be able to go for some nice Dragon Claws and EQs while Tyranitar's next to it with the Flying Terra, or whoever the case may be. Garchomp is just going to be able to do a ton of damage here and hopefully dominate Regulation I. Next up, we've got the Lunala here with a very standard set, but it's got the Rock Terra and Meteor Beam in a Sand team, so we can easily terrestrialize into Rock, get a 30% special defense boost in as a Rock Terra Lunala due to the Sand, and then from there Meteor Beam will now be obtaining Terra Stab, since we are now Rock Terra, and be able to do a lot more damage, especially sitting at +1 from the power, activating and letting it go in one turn. So put it all into perspective, we're gonna have Lunala with the Rock Terra at plus 30% special defense boost, a +1 in special attack, and then Meteor Beam is gonna be Stab. Well, Terra Stab, so that's gonna be able to do a ton of damage. That 30% special defense boost is gonna help Lunala insanely, as it's already a tanky Pokemon as it is, especially with that Shadow Shield. It's gonna be able to tank a lot more shots that normally it would not be able to tank, and it's gonna be a problem. Sitting at +1 in special attack, Moongeist Beam is gonna be a real big problem, and then we can probably just potentially continue to go for some Meteor Beams, even though it's going to be a 2-turn after the first time we go for Meteor Beam, but it's still going to be able to do some good damage. And with that defensive boost, we might be able to survive more of these shots and allow Lunala to just sit there and charge up its Meteor Beam without the power. So Lunala's going to be a really interesting Pokemon here in this Sand team, and I think it's going to be pretty fun with that Rock Terra, and it's really unique, so no one's going to really expect it. I mean, no one's going to go into a fighting type move into Lunala, so we can safely terrestrialize into Rock in front of many Pokemon and just go from there. So that's going to be really, really sweet. And then from there, we've got the Really Boom for terrain control, just to check Kyogres, especially since this team is pretty weak to water type Pokemon. You got Photograph to stop and stop or set up Trick Room, because there are going to be certain scenarios here where we have no tailwind on this team, so there's no way of us outspeeding, for example, a Shadow Rider Calyrex. So if we see a Pokemon that's going to be faster than us, we can just set up Trick Room and allow, even though Zacian and Garchomp are pretty fast, allow them to thrive out in Trick Room, as these Pokemon will be faster than us in regular speed tier. So we can set up Trick Room, or if we're going to go up against a team that is really, really slow, we can just stop that Trick Room with the Trick Room in prison with the Photograph and go from there. It's also got the safety goggles, so it just takes no type of chip from the Sandstorm. And then Lunala, realistically speaking, you kind of want to terrestrialize turn 1. If you lead out Tyranitar and Lunala, I think it's going to be a pretty good lead, but you only want to terrestrialize it turn 1, or else you're going to be losing your Shadow Shield after the first turn of chip. So Lunala might be needing the Terra every single turn in turn 1 if we lead it with Tyranitar here, but we'll see. It depends on the games. And then finally, We've got Zacian as our final restricted Pokemon here with Play Rough, Behemoth Blade, and Howl, and the Protect obviously. Howl just to increase the attack set of T-Tar and Garchomp. Zacian definitely outspeeds both T-Tar and Garchomp and the Rillaboom, 3 physical attackers on a squad, and we can just continuously raise our attack set and our own attack set with the Zacian and be able to do an insane amount of damage onto the opposing side. So that is the squad. Definitely a super fun one, and definitely gonna have some RNG based games because it's gonna come down to Garchomp dodging moves here and there with Sandvale and the Bright Powder, and then be able to retaliate with the Dragon Claw and EQ, especially into like a Pokemon like Miraidon who might want to go for Dazzling Gleam. If we don't have Terra, we just end up dodging a Dazzling Gleam due to Sandvale and Bright Powder. Garchomp is going to dominate, go for that EQ, and pick up the 1-hit KO onto the Miraidon. So that's going to be really, really sweet. So let's get right into these battles with Sandvale, Garchomp, and Rock Terra Lunala and try to get some dubs. All right, we got a battle against Ghost here. It's going to be Shadow Rider and a Terrapico. So pretty rough little outing here as both of these Pokemon could do a lot of damage to us. Shadow Rider definitely outspeeds us, especially if they set up that Tailwind. They just always outspeed us. Farigiraf is a pretty good Pokemon to set up Chirker maybe. But realistically speaking, the only Pokemon that is going to be faster than us if they don't set up Tailwind is going to be that Shadow Rider. So we'll see. I feel like Incineroar is just a must lead for them and a must bring to this team. So you know what? We're going Lunala and T-Tar. I know T-Tar does not look good, especially since we are going to be getting intimidated by the Incineroar. But setting up that Sand, giving Lunala that plus 30 in special defense, 30%, and going for that Meteor Beam into the Incineroar, they can't fake it out. I love it. Let's go Garchomp to close this game out, and let's go Zacian. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with the boys. Now, I said it multiple times already that we get a 30% special defensive boost, but if I'm wrong, I look dumb. But I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. If I am, I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Okay, so Sand Force increases the power by 30%. Sandvale by 20. I don't see where it says. Let me double check that real quick. I just want to make sure that I am correct with the percentage wise. I can't find it. I just literally can't find it. Oh, 50%. It's not 30, it's 50%. Oh, we going this then. We going this. And this. Why not? I think Lunala outspeeds. I didn't really check the speed tiers here. I haven't checked the team out fully, but I'm pretty sure Lunala must outspeed T-Tar here. T-Tar is a pretty slow Pokemon. We both now have a plus 50% in special defense. So this is pretty insane. Astral Barrage is gonna launch. Watch the damage of this. That does no type of damage, baby. And that's Life Orb boosted. Meteor Beam's gonna fly. We have that Rock Terra boost on that Meteor Beam. Power Herb is gonna make it into a one-turn move instead of 2. +1 in special attack. Come on, Lunala is gonna land the Meteor Beam, baby. We're going right into the Amoonguss and doing an absurd amount of damage, baby. Crunch is flying into Calyrex. Bye-bye, Calyrex. Have a great night. And then one of us is getting spored here. One of us is getting spored. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. That is so fine. That is a perfect turn. Buffets are gonna chip up the Amoonguss a little bit more. It's got like, okay, never mind. I was gonna say it's got 2 more turns of Buffets, but it has a Black Sludge. But that was a W turn 1. Best turn 1 possible. And it's gonna launch here though. Now they should be faking out the Lunala here. I didn't bring a Farigiraf, which is fine. Looks to me like they're going for pick out Spore, right? Which I guess is fine. I'm gonna look to get out maybe the Garchomp here. Yeah, let's get out Garchomp. Let's have some fun with Garchomp here real quick. Let's have some fun with Garchomp. We'll leave Zacian in the back here. We'll keep it nice and safe. If they decide to double down into the Garchomp slot with Sleep Powder, we have a chance of dodging it thanks to Bright Powder and Sandveil. Lunala's gonna flinch, that's fine. And Spore's rocking into Lunala. That's fine. That's a fine turn. Now EQ doesn't really look safe, but it's gonna kind of be what I want to go for here. Low key. Low key, it's what I want to kind of go for here. But you know, we'll go Meteor Beam. And I want to Dragon Claw the Incineroar slot because I know it's going to swap out into Terapagos, but I think just getting rid of the Amogus is the right call here. Alright, fair enough. Going for Party Shot. I wasn't sure if Amogus had Protect or not. Lunala's going to take its first turn of sleep. Parting Shot's going to fly into my Lunala, which is fine. We're still sitting at neutral special attack, so that works for me. Now they are going to break out Terapagos, which could get kind of scary here. Terapagos could get kind of scary. And we're going to break Terra Shell. Now I have a stinky feeling that they're just going to go for a Calm Mind here. So I kind of want a Swords Dance, but I don't know if Lunala wakes up. I would really need Lunala to wake up and get this Moongeist Beam off. But I just don't know if we're gonna wake up, because I would love to go for the Swords Dance here. I would love it. Let's do it. They might swap out. Let's go, baby. Huge. That's a huge Swords Dance right there. That's a W Swords Dance. I can protect the following turn too, to stop to protect myself from fake out. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead. Intimidate's flying. We're going for that Swords Dance. We're getting that +2 in attack, putting us at +1. So Garchomp should be able to do some pretty good damage here. We still have Sandveil and Bright Powder. Remember that. And they are going for that Calm Mind. They're going for that greedy Calm Mind, which is perfectly fine with me. Now this turn, hopefully we wake up. Oh, we don't wake up. I was fast asleep. Okay. Okay. Now let's take quite a few turns of sleep here. Not really ideal. I'm just gonna go Moongeist Beam here and I'm gonna protect this slot. I really need Lunala to wake up and be able to go full wide guards, because what they're going to go for here is Terra Starstorm. And Terra Starstorm is going to be able to do some pretty good damage. We're actually not going to be able to tank this Terra Starstorm so well, because they're going to get rid of Sand here. They are going to get rid of Sand here. So my plus 50% in special defense is going to be gone. Terra Starstorm is going to launch, so Wide Guard would have been a really good play here, but just wasn't sure if we were going to wake up or not. But this is fine. Does Lunala survive? No! No sirree. Ow. And they're going to go for Party Shot, but we're going to block them real quick. Could go Zacian and go for a Howl. You know, I'll go T-Tar. That's fine. We'll keep we'll get the Sandstorm back up. Let my Sandveil and Bright Powder maybe do some type of work. And I'll just go low kick into you. And throw Dragon Claw into the slot. I do want to EQ though. But we'll just Dragon Claw in Incineroar. +1 Dragon Claw. Doing respectable damage. And they go for a greedy Calm Mind here. A little bit of a greedy Calm Mind, baby. Can T-Tar wake up? They do land the parting shot, which that's fine. Puts us at neutral attack stat. Everyone is looking pretty low on HP here. You got Incineroar sitting at 50%. You got the Amoonguss sitting on like 10 HP. And then you have a full HP Terapagos. And T-Tar's gonna sleep. T-Tar's gonna remain slumped. Alright, this Terapagos is looking pretty rough here. I'm not gonna lie. This Terapagos is looking pretty rough. I think Incineroar comes back out, right? I'm gonna shoot Giant Claw into the slot no matter what. Yeah, Incineroar comes back out. They're really utilizing that Incineroar really well. So Intimidate's gonna fly, gonna put us at -1 with both of these physical attackers. Just pretty rough. Dragon Claw launches, it's probably not gonna KO yet, not even close. And TERA Starstorm is gonna double connect. So Sandveil, Bright Powder not even helping us out here. Garchomp survives, T-Tar still survives, and T-Tar still remains asleep. That is so rough. That is so rough. That is so rough. I really need this thing to wake up, and it just continues to remain asleep. I low-key want to go for a Sword Stance. Maybe hope that we dodge. I'll just go Dragon Claw. Come on, give me the KO, baby. Let's go. That's bye-bye Incineroar. So, this enables my Zacian to just do a lot of damage here. Earth Power's gonna fly into who? Okay. Okay, T-Tar soaks, baby. Let's go. Wake up. T-Tar wakes up, baby. Let's go. Low kick's gonna fly into the Terapagos. That does no type of damage, but hey. It is what it is. We get some damage on the board on Terapagos. That's all that matters here. Now, I think they're going to want to be going for Rage Powder plus potentially. Oh, that Amoonguss is so healthy. That thing is so healthy. Listen, do I maybe just like swap out Garchomp? I'm a double Amoonguss. That's fine. I was going into you no matter what. Decent chip. TERA Starstorm is gonna miss on the Garchomp. Let's go, baby. Sandveil coming in clutch right there. Sandveil coming in super clutch right there. T-Tar's gonna go down. Now we can cycle in our Zacian here. I'm worried about the protect on the Amoonguss here. That could really ruin us. Protect on the Amoonguss. But I think I just go into the Amoonga slot. Right? Could also howl. No, but howl doesn't really do much for us. I think I just go Blade into the Amoongus. And rip Dragon Claw into Terapagos. Alright, Terapagos protects. I should have doubled the Amoongus, but I think Zacian has more than enough juice in it to pick up a KO with Beam and Blade here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's GG's. That's GG's, baby. Let's go. Set it up perfectly there. Set it up perfectly. The key was this whole game to get rid of that Incineroar before coming out with Zacian. Because by getting rid of Incineroar, I can keep my Zacian's attack stat at +1 and do a ton of damage with Beam and Blade here. So, really good stuff there. Really good stuff. We're gonna go Beam and Blade. We're gonna go Dragon Claw. And this should be able to pick up a KO onto the Terapagos. Actually, we might need one more. Yeah, we're gonna need one more. But we should be able to survive a Terra Starstorm with the Zacian here. I know you're +2 special attack, but Zacian is pretty good. Okay. Pretty scary. Pretty scary. But we're good. We're good. So turn 1 was pretty confusing. I don't really understand what their turn 1 game plan was. But all I know is that that Meteor Beam did a ton of damage into the Amoonga slot. And that was pretty cool. And they're going to protect. Because that's going to help them out. Alright, lovely. Lovely stuff. I'm going to get a little bit of leftovers HP. Just fine. Behemoth Blade still is going to be able to do enough damage here. Blade's going to fly into the Terapagos. And by Terapagos, that's going to be game 1 dub, baby. Garchomp dodging 1 Terra Starstorm. And Meteor Beam Lunala with the Rock Terra doing an absurd amount of damage, baby. GG's. We got a battle against Frey here. Gonna be Zamazenta and Lunala alongside Amoongus, Urshifu, Whimsicott, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. So no weather control on their side of the field. I have full weather control here. Garchomp with EQ looks really good. Garchomp with EQ looks pretty fantastic here. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna do T-Tar the same 4 here. Same 4 as in the first game. And maybe same lead here. Let's do that. Now, they might bring in the Urshifu here. I'm hoping to see a Dark type Urshifu there. If I see a Water type Urshifu, slicing into Rock might not be the best idea. Because they could probably be shooting a Surging Strikes into that slot. But typically they also might be shooting it into the T-Tar slot. It's also an option. It's going to be Amoongus and Zamazenta here. Alright, sweet. Well, we see the Drain Punch coming, right? I mean the body press here. Stuff. Go Garchomp. T-Tar just dies out here. T-Tar just dies out to a body press here. And we really don't want that. So we're going to toss Lunala into the Rock type just to get that Terra stat on the Meteor Beam. +1 in special attack. Should be able to do a pretty good amount of damage. You saw how much damage it did to Amoongus in the first match. So it's either close to KO or we can get a KO depending on its EVs. Alright, nice. They go for a straight Iron Defense. I do not mind that whatsoever. The only issue now is that they outspeed us and they can pretty much pick up a KO on us onto LUNALA. But Meteor Beam is going to fly into this Amoonguss slot. How much damage are we going to be able to do here? Okay, not enough. And to land the Spore onto the slot. So Sandvale didn't really help us out. More Spore galore. And really just not that much fun. Now, I'm curious if we can set up Trick Room here. We'll be alright. So we're not going to pick up a KO on Amoonguss here. But we'll give it a shot. Body press probably rocking into LUNALA here. I need to set up Trick Room but KO this Amoonguss at the same time. Or if they just swap it out, that's even better. Into their own LUNALA. We have Shadow Shoot we have Shadow Shoot on. I don't know if Body Press is gonna KO here. If this is fighting TERA, it does KO. +3 defense, Shadow Shield. It's fighting TERA. Wow, they're going all out into this one. LUNALA, I need you to survive this one. LUNALA, I need you to soak this one bad. LUNALA, please. Shadow Shoot, save me. Not even close. Okay. They're not going to be taking buffets, which is pretty good. But now we're dealing with a +3 on defense Zacian here, which means Zamazenta, which is going to be pretty hard to combat here. It's going to be pretty hard to come back from. You're going to go +1 in attack. We could shoot the play rough in the left field here. Go for Sorzan and see what happens. So they probably Moonblast my Garchomp here. Maybe we get a crit with play rough here. If we land it. But this one's looking pretty tough. Sorzans could potentially save us. Okay. Protect. Garchomp, wake up. Play rough gets blocked. Garchomp, wake up. Garchomp falls asleep. Instead of Trick Room. Okay. What does Trick Room do for them here? It allows LUNALA to outspeed. But that's about it. I don't know if Zamazenta outspeeds my Zacian or not in Trick Room. They land the Moonblast, of course. We do soak one though. And Body Press gets blocked. Garchomp, can you wake up? So my Garchomp is actually faster than this Zamazenta, which is kind of nuts. Some way, somehow, we're faster than the Zamazenta here. This one's pretty tough. I really gotta hope that we just block and we dodge a Moonblast with Sandvale here. Never mind, we just lost. Body Pressure just deletes now. Body Pressure straight up just deletes. Wow. Didn't really think body press would delay it that much. How many more turns of tricking we got? We got 2 more here. And Rockstar's not even double connecting here. We need a miss with Moonblast here, which we actually get. And we need a flinch on Zamazenta. Okay. We're +4 in attack with Garchomp now. Go for the double flinch. Go for the double flinch here. Can we get the double flinch? Come on, T-Tar. Give me the flinch on Zamazenta again. Give me that flinch. I need that flinch bad. Moonblast gets blocked. I need that flinch bad. Give me another flinch. Come on, RNG. One more. Just one more. Okay. It is what it is. Bye-bye, T-Tar. I mean, we got a lifeline there. Got a little bit of a lifeline. Can EQ do enough damage here, though? That's what I'm wondering. How much damage is... Oh, we're kind of close to max attack. They probably protect and try to set up Trick Room again. So I can't let LUNALA set up Trick Room here. So I gotta hope that a +4 Dragon Claw is more than enough to get rid of this LUNALA, and it's not even enough. We dodged the body press, but they just set up Trick Room here. Yeah. Garchomp gave it his best shot. Garchomp for sure gave it its best shot. Listen, being able to dodge a couple shots, get to +4 in attack, pretty impressive, but we're really not doing much here anymore. We gotta dodge a double turn here, dodge a couple more turns with the last 2 Pokemon, so it's looking kind of rough here. It's looking kind of rough, to be honest. And we're running out of Sandstorm, I think. This is the last turn of Sandstorm, I think. Or maybe one more. No, you got one more. Next turn is the last turn. So Zamazenta low-key, I mean, if we dodge double, we could probably pick up a KO here. +4 attack EQ. Come on, Mr. Moonblast and Mr. Body Press. Hey, we tried our best. I mean, our error was terrestrializing into rock with the LUNALA turn 1 by... It is what it is. GG's. All right, we got a battle against Tracker here. It's going to be a snow team with Galarian Slowking. You have a Alola Ninetales Baxcalibur. You have Ice Rider, Dialga, and the Incineroar here. So it's going to be a little bit of a tough match to get going here. But definitely got to leave Paragraph to stop Trick Room from being set up. And probably going to LUNALA here. Zacian and then Garchomp, I think. No. T-Tar. Garchomp, you're sitting behind in this one. Too many ice types. Too many things that are pretty scary for you. So rough second match there. I mean, low key, it looked bad. I mean, we got swept. Garchomp was pretty cool. Dodged a couple shots. That's about it. That's about all it did. Always remember to hydrate. While Tracker decides his team. So Trick Room is probably definitely an obvious turn here. And if they lead Incineroar, that's a perfect turn to go for Meteor Beam into that slot. I just delete it. And then from there, Lunala can probably just sweep the rest of this game. I like it. I like it. I like it mucho. All right, let's do this, baby. So we got destroyed by Body Press game 2. Game 1 had a good solid win with the squad. And now it comes down to game 3. See what we do. And then maybe game 4. Slowking and Instant. Do I burn TERA? Do I burn TERA? Don't know if I burn TERA just yet. No, not yet. Just gonna go for the regular Meteor Beam into the Incineroar slot. As much as I want to go for that TERA boost, I'm just gonna go for a calm, straight Meteor Beam into the Incineroar slot, who they're probably gonna swap out if I had to guess. Swapping out the Incineroar doesn't seem to be an absurd idea because it can't go for Fake Out. And then just Protect, which works for me. Meteor Beam launching into the Incineroar. Please tell me we pick up the winning KO. If we don't, I'll be so upset because then that means we should have Terrasized. Meteor Beam flies into the Incineroar slot, baby. We need a Terrasization. Oh, Lord. We need a Terra. Oh, it's just Taunt. Okay, free turn. Free turn for me. Fortunately, I can't damage this Incineroar. Can't really damage that Incineroar. Just double this slot for now. Moonguy's Beam into the Galarian Slowking. Should be able to pick up the winning KO. Yep, bye-bye. And unfortunately, Psychic's gonna fly into the Incineroar and do nothing. Cool. And they go for a simple party shot. Okay. It is what it is there. So now we're sitting back as neutral special attack. Not the end of the world here. Callie's gonna come back out. And probably Dialga's your last Pokemon. We have Trick Room imprisoned right now. Yep, Dialga's gonna be the last Pokemon. We're doing no damage with Psychic here. We're doing no damage with Ferrograv, as a matter of fact. I think maybe repositioning here. I'm going Moonguy's Beam. So they're gonna be able to go for Trick Room the following turn. I think we'll be all right. They're gonna Terrasize Ice Rider for sure here. Fire or Water, whichever one. It's gonna be Ice. So they might just be ripping a straight Glacial Lance. But we have Shadow Shoot up still. Moonguy's Beam does decent damage, nothing crazy. And Draco's gonna miss. Oh, doesn't affect Zacian. Perfect, beautiful. Glacial Lance, Ice Terror boost probably does quite a bit of damage, but we have Shadow Shoot and is resistant on Zacian. Okay, that was great. Makes sense. And it's Life Orb. Time for blades, baby. Time for blades. Time for blades is that Ice Rider, because I am not messing around with that thing. They could probably swap into Incineroar in either one of these slots, but we're still gonna be able to pick up a KO into the Ice Rider here no matter what. They could protect Ice Rider instead of Trick Room with Dialga if they have that. That would be a good turn for them. But we do have Wide Guard on the... We have Wide Guard on Lunala if they do end up getting up Trick Room. There's no point in going for Wide Guard right now since we know we can pick up the KO or we threaten the KO. So they're either going to protect or swap out, which is exactly what they're going to do. And look to set up Trick Room with Dialga here. Which, like I mentioned, has no issue with me because then we can just Wide Guard the following turn and protect ourselves from that Glacial Lance. So Blade at neutral attack, going to fly into the Incineroar, probably not pick up the KO. Yep. Surprise, surprise. And Moongeist Beam doing what? Almost half. They get off the trip. Alright, we've got a game, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a game. Got a game. Now, what speed? You're around 60, right? Oh no, you're faster than that thing. You're both faster. Both faster. I need Lunala here. I need Lunala for that Wide Guard. Because they're going to go Glacial Lance. They're Terra Ice. Glacial Lance is doing the most damage for them. And this does neutral to everybody on my team except for the Zacian. So they've got to be going for that. Flare Blitz going to fly into Zacian. Going to pick up the KO. But they are going to be suffering some recoil there. So that's going to pick up the KO on the Incineroar. They're going to go for Draco. Putting themselves at -2 on special attack here. So I'm going to go into Lunala, play a little risky, and I'm going to go for that Trick Room. I'm going to Wide Guard Trick Room here. Look to cancel out that Trick Room. That's the only way we can win this game. TERA doesn't really help me out here. Not much really helps me out. We're gonna go for that Wide Guard. He should be ripping Glacial Lance. It's just neutral to both of you, these guys. They read the Wide Guard. That's insane. Fair play. Oh. Oh. So Wide Guard or not, we still cancel out Trick Room. They just left my Ferrograph alone. T-turn now comes out. We should be able to outspeed now. We're sitting at 86 speed. And I'm pretty sure min speed Calyrex is like around 60. And I doubt they have some type of some speed investment to it. So do I low kick or do I protect it? I mean Dialga's at -4, right? Yeah, no one cares about Dialga. Low kick and then psychic. Literally no one cares about Dialga. Literally no one. Wow, what a protect. What a protect. I said no one cares about Dialga and look at what it's doing. Setting up Trick Room once again. I got played there. I got played so hard. College gonna take some more buff and stuff. I mean, Calyrex is almost there. I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction of a KO on Ferrograph. Realistically speaking, T-Tar should be able to soak a Glacial Lance here. Now, I don't know about high horsepower. I don't know about high horsepower, you know. And they go for the stinking high horsepower, bro. I'll be off speed, okay. That's not okay. If they double my T-Tar, we're screwed. If they double my T-Tar, we're screwed. They land the Draco, man. That's gonna be a tough loss. Silly mistakes right there. But it's just like, I never really would have wanted to go for TERA there, because if they go Glacial Lance, they just KO. I mean, phenomenal call on their end, to be honest. We do have speed and Churkum, so we can take advantage of these turns. We need a special defense drop here. Nope. Draco's gonna fly though. Take no damage. But they probably have like Steel Beam or something. Flash Cannon. She's going for Psychic. Alright, that's a little bit better damage. Why are you landing raw blizzards like that? You should not be doing that. Come on, Vergrab, give me a crit. Ooh, we need one more. Miss a blizzard, miss a blizzard. Why are you landing every blizzard in the sand? RNG goes crazy right there. I would have won that game. I would have won that game. All right, we got a battle against Helios. Here's gonna be Groudon and the Shadow Rider. So a Sun team versus Sand team. Gotta come out on top. Have to come out on top. So I do like the idea of bringing in Garchomp here. Maybe going for Swords Dance turn 1. That could be pretty good for us. Also, Lunala is not too shabby here. All right, let's go T-Tar. Yeah, let's do this. Because Lunala can actually catch a lot of these Pokemon off guard with a Meteor Beam. Especially that Chi-Yu. If we're able to land a Meteor Beam with Rock Terror into that Chi-Yu, perfect. So we're 1-2 with the squad. A little bit of unfortunate games in battles 2 and 3. Battle 3 definitely was misplayed by me. Battle 2 as well. I mean, terrestrializing into Rock there was not the greatest call, but hey, Garchomp almost made the comeback. Maybe. But let's see if we can get 2 more dubs here in a row in matches 4 and 5. Have some fun with the squad. And try to use Garchomp a little more. Maybe get Garchomp a Swords Dance, so it can start doing a ton of damage. We'll see. Cali and Indeedee. Indeedee. Okay. Indeed, it's gotta be the Indeedee. Indeed. Indubitably. So here, I think what I just want to go for is Rock Terra Meteor Beam into the Indeedee here. And launch like a Rock Slide, maybe? Not bad. Could also look to set up Jerk Room. That could be a pretty good play. I could have looked to set up Jerk Room this turn, but they could probably imprison it. No, they shouldn't go follow me. Okay, so I could have imprisoned. I could have gone for that Trick Room. Give myself some speed advantage here. Pollen Puff is flying into the T-Tar. We're soaking that with the Assault Vest and the Special Defense boost. And Meteor Beam is launching. Meteor Beam is launching to the DD. +1 is special attack. Rock Terror boosted. Should do some damage into Indeedee here. Baby! I should have gone for Crunch. Ugh. I went for Rockslide just in case we didn't KO, but that critical hit came in so clutch. Rockslide's going to do a great amount of damage into that Cali, and buffs are going to bring it around 50% HP. That's a wonderful turn 1. That is not great. Okay. Listen, I mean, wide guard. Plus a swap into Zacian. Wide guard plus Zacian. That's not bad. Because you probably want to go Blades and Astral Barrage here, or Pollen Puff again. But Pollen Puff into Zacian won't do much damage yet. We could take that like a champ. And then Blades gets blocked. Let's go, baby. Now they might read that, go for high horsepower now. I don't think they're gonna go for either. I don't think they're gonna go for Blades or double Groudon here, why not? This Moongeist Beam is gonna do damage. This Moongeist Beam is gonna do some crazy damage. They're gonna Terrasize into fire though, which kind of sucks, but this is gonna do damage here. Oh, steel. Okay, still neutral damage. Still neutral damage with this Moongeist Beam, and on top of that, Beads of Ruin is out. Blades gonna launch. Do at least a good quarter to this Groudon. Iron Head's gonna launch. We soak, no flinch. You know, sometimes it's just these things in life where it's like, seriously? Seriously, you get the flinch exactly how you need it? I got one, but I didn't get both of them in that second match. But Tito's gonna fly back out. We're gonna get that weather control up again. You know, we draw Chiyu, that's fine. We're looking at KO the Groudon here. That's what we're looking to do here. We're looking at KO this Groudon. Now, Iron Head might be able to pick up the KO. You land double blades, insane, dude. You landing double blades there is insane. That's just straight up GG's. That just wins you the game. Actually, have you met my little friend called Groudon? I mean, Garchomp? Because Garchomp is pretty scary. Let me tell you. Go ahead. Go for your Astral Barrage. Ooh, we're trying Groudon. Okay. Go ahead. That's fine. Actually, Bees of Ruin is kind of scary. Bees of Ruin is kind of scary, but we should both be able to soak a shot from this Calyrex here. Astral Barrage flies. There's no special attack boost. We got a battle against K Brown here. It's gonna be Groudon and the Ice Rider here. We've had some really unfortunate matches in today's video. 1 and 3 so far with this squad. Maybe we can go 2 and 3 here. There's some really tough matches here, to be honest. I mean, Sun really helps them out. Setting up Trick Room for them could be a must, but at the same time, we could kind of just like ignore it. Low key. Let's force the same 4. Let's go. Let's try to go 2 and 3 with the squad. Some really unfortunate matches here. I mean, second match, I lost it myself by going with that Rock TERA. And then tried to bait, hope for some RNG, but didn't really get it. Then third match, they landed 2 blizzards. Well, good read on there for going for high horsepower there instead of glacial lands. Smart play. But 2 blizzards in a row, I gotta say that's some RNG. And then the fourth match, that flinch started the game, because if we didn't get flinched there with the Iron Head on the Lunala, we would have picked up the KO with Move Ice Beam. We were +1 in special attack. Beads of Ruin was out. That Groudon was saying bye-bye, and we would have won the game. But, you know, of course, that's not how things work here. That's just not how things work. It is what it is, though. Really nothing you can do here. Alright, so this is a pretty simple turn for me. I like the idea of Meteor Beam plus a Swords Dance. Steel TERA Swords Dance. Yeah. Shenpao is a really good lead into both of these Pokemon, because they threaten with Sucker Punch. Basically, the typing on the Shenpao is quad super effective to both of these Pokemon. Ice to Garchomp and Dark into the Lunala here. So, but nice. We appropriately go for the right TERA here. Dodge the Ice Spinner. Swords Dance flies. And they probably go prison here, right? They're going Trick Room. You might be going Trick Room here. Oh my goodness. And we missed the Meteor Beam. Oh my goodness. How do you miss Meteor Beam there, bro? Just how? How do you even do? How does that even happen, man? Oh god, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. They go for follow me. EQ's gonna launch. We're gonna be able to safely protect ourselves from that. And all right, pick up a KO and a DD and bring Shenpao to Focus Sash. All right, not bad. Now all we need is for Shenpao to not KO any of us here. Of course, it's got Sacred Sword. Bye bye Garchomp. Thank you for coming. Thank you for playing. This game is bullshit. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bull. Shenpao should be dead. Shenpao should just be dead. Shenpao should not exist right now. Shenpao should be in the grave. Kitty should be sleeping in his Pokeball. Let's be honest. Callie's flying. I'm just gonna double into... I don't know if I want to double. Actually, what I can do here is I can go for Trick Room on you. I'll throw the Rock Slide here. Gonna Terraslice Ice right into probably like water or something. Trip Fairy, that's fine. Sucker Punch is gonna fail on the Lunala there because we're going for that Trick Room. Rock Slide's gonna miss on someone. Today's the day of just no RNG. Today is the day of no RNG. I have had no luck whatsoever today in the last 4 matches. And I keep doing one more match to get a good battle. And this is how I get treated? That's messed up. And we're still in triple. That's messed up. Drought's flying now. Let's go wide guard, and then let's just go for low kick there. I know we can't miss that. I know we can't miss that. That's insane. Double miss on rock slide. That's out of this world. Out of this world. Come on. Wild guard's gonna fly. Blades. And glacial lance, hopefully. Okay, we read one. We read the glacial lance. And do we read blades? Low kick first. We read correctly though. Took no damage from his turn. Now I'm pretty sure high horsepower should be coming out here, so I'm just gonna trick him here. And we'll rock the rock slide, even though we probably miss. Oh my CC. But that's fine. That's fine, because you lower your defenses, and now blades won't KO my Lunala unless you get a crit. Shillinate pops. Blades connects. We survive, and we can't stop that tripper. Can't stop that tripper. Now I think it's just Moongeist Beam here and then Blade here. Because they might protect the Ice Rider here. They could be protecting the Ice Rider here. Cool. Behemoth Blade. You better do your thing here. We gotta speed the ground on. Fire punch. Fireball. Moongeist Beam. Behemoth Blade. We get a second dub with the squad. Tough couple of matches. Had some fun with the Garchomp. And had fun with TERA Rock Meteor Beam on the Lunala. Definitely had a lot of fun. Definitely had a lot of fun, but going 2-3 with the team, it's okay. We'll be alright. Behemoth Blade into Calyrex, that's bye-bye Calyrex, and then Moongeist Beam will be able to pick up the kill on the Groudon, and that's going to be GG's. Very well played. But 2-3. I feel like this team was a lot better than for 2-3, but some misplays on my end caused us some of these matches, but hey, it is what it is. We get the second dub. That's going to be GG's. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our Sandvale Garchomp and TERA Rock Lunala with Meteor Beam team is complete. Going 2-3 with the squad. I feel like RNG did take up a big good part of these games, and unfortunately RNG went against me. So I mean, at least I mean, some fair play to the opponents in the middle 3 matches. They made some really good calls that won the game, but at the same time there was also the RNG, you know, the Ironhead flinch with the Groudon in that 4th match. What else? I mean, the second game was just my fault, really, gotta be honest. And then the 3rd match, I don't even remember how I lost that game. Oh, landing 2 blizzards in a row in sand with no snow up. Kind of crazy if you ask me. Like, didn't even have flash cannon. We set up ourselves perfectly, and they just, you know, they just do it. They land a double blizzard and beat me. So fair play, but I think Garchomp did really well. Unfortunate we couldn't do more with it and get more dubs and finish more positively, but hey, it dodged some moves, did some great damage overall, and Lunala was amazing too. So I hope you guys enjoyed, even though we had a losing record. If you guys did, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We are so close to 3K, so help me out, bro. Please. I'll catch you guys in the next one.